Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, back to some more Sword of Convallaria. We're still kind of in the beginning stages of the game, still going through the prologue missions, and ultimately still kind of learning all the systems of the game. I have done a little tiny bit of research for like beginner's guides and stuff to try and figure out exactly like what systems, basically getting a grasp of the systems, like where to spend stuff, where not to, because the beginning of the game is really I think with any gacha game, at least for my experience, it was like this with Arknights and with Genshin Impact, is that, or I should say Arknights more so than Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact was a little bit more of an adventure game than like a gacha game, although it had a gacha system in it. Anyway, a lot of these systems can be overwhelming, and so I actually saw Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to some more Sword of Convallaria. We're kind of going through all the beginner missions, the prologue missions, learning all the systems. I believe we're still kind of in tutorial mode. What I've been doing is I spent a little bit of time looking at some like beginner guide type stuff, not to get like answers as to like who the best units are or anything like that, but more so just to kind of more so understand the systems, which I think is going to be very important moving forward. You know, the two gacha games that I've played in the past, Arknights and Genshin Impact, Arknights more so fit in this category where getting a grasp of all the systems, learning how to manage all of your resources, especially if you're going to try and play as free to play as possible. You really kind of need to get a grasp on it, like where to spend your resources, or where can you get the most bang for your buck with all that, how you want to kind of progress your account, at least in the first couple days, couple weeks, depending on like how you're playing the game, right? Because since we are on a stamina-based system, we kind of have to learn how to manage that, where to spend our resources in order to progress forward, since we need to do all these missions in order to unlock the story mode, and then we can start playing the story mode and all that. So I actually found a great video, or so far it's great. I haven't watched all of it because it's like 2 hours, but by Swole Benji, and if I remember, I'll put it down in a comment or in the description. So if you guys are also new to the game, you can check it out. He had a really great guide that I've been kind of keeping an eye on, kind of going through just like the very early stage stuff, and it's been helping out quite a bit. So with that out of the way, guys, if you like the content on the channel, would you kindly do me a favor? Smash that like button, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But let's go ahead, guys. Go ahead, grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and let's play some more Sword of Convallaria. So we are going to jump right in, go to the voyage. I spent my common XP to level up the characters that I think I'm going to be playing. So let's jump into the Rift here, and we are going into 0-3. Now, one thing that I've learned is that this overwhelming victory here is basically just saying, are you leveled up enough to complete it? And we're, 2 levels past what the enemies are going to be leveled, so we're going to do just fine. In order to get 3 stars, clear the stage, 5 rounds, don't have 2 or more units die, easy enough. I think we can manage that. So the units that I've decided to level up are these 5 here. So this gives us a spread of, I'm going to call it elements. I forgot kind of what this term is, right? I've been calling it grass, water, psychic, fire, and electric, so bear with me. This way we have a healer in case we ever, for some reason, don't have our main character, but for now, we're obviously going to be using ourselves. And then we ended up pulling these. Iggy, I got off the guaranteed legendary that you get. So let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's just actually, no, we got to take flame sorcerers out because we got 2 lightning units up here. So let's get Iggy in here then. There we go. And, yeah, let's get her going. Defeat all the enemies. I think we can do just that. From the city gate to the street. Mytha, do you remember this road? You've noticed too. This is the road we took when we left the city. The so-called Wheel of Fortune, could it be? Damn riders. Do they have to make trouble now? Block the intersection. Don't let anyone through. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so are we taking on the riders, or are we taking on the King's army? One thing that I haven't played you know, these missions enough to understand if this is the case. I understand that, so we basically went to heaven. This cat is leading us through these missions. If you missed the first episode, I know it's weird. But basically we're in, the way I explained it, or that it seemed like to me, is that we're in the back end code of the story of this world, and we're kind of interacting with it on a code-based level to change what happens in history. Can use your skill to push the enemy off the cliff. Push them off the cliff, I'll try. And so I'm wondering what is going to happen is if these missions are going to kind of parallel the main story, and we're going to get like a slightly tweaked version, or at least a slightly different perspective of what happened in the main story. Because in the prologue missions before we got into heaven, basically, or Elysium, as we're calling it in this game, we basically died like right at the start of the very first mission. So we'll see if that continues. All of you, attack! Alrighty here. So it looks like we have another push that we can use to just get him off with a nice old leg slam. Easy enough. Now, obviously, we need to be careful of the same thing. Mytha, I'm here to support you. The enemy outnumbers you. Well, I will grace you with some assistance. Amazing! I can act again! Wait, how? What just... Oh, this must just be a story thing? Oh, probably just so that way we can repeat it several times. Just to kind of nail it and be like, hey, this is something you can do. You can push people off the cliff. Wait, I get to move again? Okay, we're just smoking. To be fair, we're still in prologue missions, so, and then push you into the barrel. Okay, so it's clearly that was the idea here, is just to really get you used to the fact that, like, hey, you can use these to you can use push. Now, the other thing that I learned is that so when we did our missions before, I got 20 energy back, and I was like, oh, okay, so completing missions gives you energy back. That's not the case. Whenever you level, like we just did, so we got our player level up, you get 20 energy back. And from what I understand, the game recognizes any energy that you gain from leveling up as different than your normal pool. So we have a maximum 240 energy here, or what's it called? Endurance? Endurance. Okay. So we have a total of 240 endurance. But technically, of this 217 we have, 20 of it is recognized as being a level up to the account. So if, for example, you know, right now it's like, oh man, I get a call, I got to run to work. And because this is going to recharge, right? Obviously, we can use potions to get it back. This is going to be recharging. There we go. That's what I need to press. Every 4 minutes, you get 1 point of endurance. And so if you're gone for, let's say, an hour and 31 minutes, you know, I at least get this anxiety where I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to overcap. That's a complete waste of endurance. The game recognizes that those 20 endurance that you got from leveling is different. So you can overcap. So technically right now I could wait and go up to 260. You still can't go past the 240 of regular endurance, but just as a heads up, if you're new. Okay, so it looks like we have rewards down here. Hope Luxites and Elysium coins. So the Hope Luxites, from what I understand so far, these can be exchanged for stuff in the store. I don't know what the best bang for your buck is. I'm assuming it's probably summons if you're going for a free-to-play account. And then I still have not figured out what these coins are for, though. I'm guessing maybe it's to upgrade weapons and equipment. That's my current theory, but I don't know yet. I have no confirmation on that. Same thing, same thing. Defeat the riot leader. All right, let's jump in. So what do we have here for enemies? A couple neutrals. I don't really have much info. Fire grass, so we need water fire, which we have. Cool. Let's go ahead. Start. Rumor goes that the princess is here in Wave Run City. And see, this is where I'm pretty sure that this is where we escaped from, but we went this way, and the ground is a little bit different. Princess Inanna. Inanna? Inanna. I don't know. I wonder if I'll get the chance to see her. Explosions! What was that? Did the fireworks already start? Yes, at ground level, the fireworks started. Yeah, here's the fuse. Oh, bye. Yep, just random murder in the streets. So this was when it all happened. You were in the dungeon back then, so you didn't see it. Yeah, see, so we're kind of going through time. Like I said, it's not really time travel because we're not really... It's weird. It's weird. Like I said, it's like we're in the back-end code. Our boss must have been... Oh. Yeah, raw. Ripping pepperonis raw. But then in the dungeon, she... That's what we're here to change. That's right, we're here to change. We're here to bring back our queen. Minions, deal with all the troublemakers. What is this little thingy? My axe is itching for a fight. Yeah, and I'm going to lodge it into your nervous system. These guys don't look easy to handle. But if we can make good use of the terrain here, let's use the terrain to our advantage in battle. Alright, just like before, push the enemies down. The shadowy phantom in the distance is stronger than the other enemies. I will lend you some more strength. With this, Mytha can use leg slam every turn. Thank you, little kitty. Don't call me little kitty. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and leg slam this guy off the cliff. Oh, that's the shadowy enemy. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So... I can't be blasting anybody. Is there even anything for me to do? I guess not. I guess we just move and we wait. Okay, now Iggy here. Iggy, what was your... Right, we gotta press up here. So a trait. Possesses jump. So jump triples the character's jump power and allows them to traverse over gaps. Position of elevation when character's 2 or more tiles higher than opponent. The attack boost effect of the trait is doubled when attacking from a highland position. So basically, kind of like the other, other tactics games, there's no like jump ability, but if there is a height difference, for example, if this step wasn't here, I'm assuming we would probably be able to jump up here, but Iggy can do a little bit better than that. And then lastly, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do here, but I guess we just move down here. And how this moves back 2 tiles. Yeah. So we can come down here. Although, okay, let me just double check here. Can you... How do I check this guy? Hang on. Why can I not select this guy? I can select you, but I don't care about you. I want to check you. Okay, well, I guess we'll do this. I basically want to see, can he push me off? Okay, doesn't look like it. And then lastly, we say goodbye. Goodbye. How could this be? If I'm not mistaken, the so-called Wheel of Fortune is in this dungeon, right? Right. The power to change the world, the key to altering fate, lies in the place where you awaken time and time again. Oh, okay, so this is... We can stop the strategy. So this is kind of like the looping point. we got a sword. Can I see it from here? Physical attack, defense, interest. Okay, so swords don't just do damage. They also add defense. And then, of course, increase physical attack. Oh, a glittering sword. Where did you find this weapon? Oh, well, it's better than nothing. See if there's anyone who can equip it. Okay, let's go to characters. I suppose Mytha can equip it. Equip characters with weapons and trinkets. With the right loadout, you can gain the upper hand in battle. Moreover, rare gear may grant a character extra effects. Choose the right gear based on your character's unique traits. Boost your character skills. Yep, makes sense. Okay, equip. And let's just double check here. Yeah, coins. That's what I thought. Coins and dust. Yes, of course. Let's add more. Let's add more currencies. Star level up. Select the level up material. Okay, so I don't even have that. I was seeing if it would even tell me what it was. Gear engraving. That is a long ways away. We do not need to worry about that. That's nice, though, that there are mechanics to keep unlocking. Some of the things that I get worried about in games like this is that they give you, like, literally everything unlocked at the beginning, and then it's just kind of like, hey, if you want to progress, you know, buy the gacha, but it seems like there's actually, like, things to unlock pretty far in the game, which is nice. Cool, so we get some more gear. Here's our endurance potions to keep us flowing. Okay, so it looks like the same thing. I'm assuming the star progress is all going to be the same, at least in the beginning stages. Defeat all enemies. It's my girl. She's back. Oh, no. This is where she dies. Oh, and we're changing fate here. Yeah, we definitely we're saving her. Okay. So nothing beats electric. That's a little bit strange to me. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't quite understand why that's the only one that doesn't have a weakness. I suppose maybe because it's our main character's element. So let's do... Well, I was going to say bring in the flame sorceress, but that seems like a terrible idea. So let's keep it as is. Boss, is that you? Dude, we gotta watch her die again? Dude, this game sucks. You're gonna have my favorite character so far die twice in front of me? It's such bullshit. It was just a phantom. Watch out. Oh, okay, so it's not real. Are you okay? Yes, I'm sorry. No need to apologize, but let's try to be more careful. Thank you. I have to stay strong. Boss once told me that without strength, I will only fail those around me. I can't let these phantoms win. Although, to be fair, because we're in kind of the back-end code, we could just, like, reset the level. Right? Not literally the level, but I mean, like, in this world's version of what's going on. Like, it's kind of like with time travel, right? Like, you have infinite chances. Watch out, the enemy reinforcements will arrive soon. Alright. When moving, if you encounter difficult terrain, you can hold and drag the unit you want to the target location. Oh, I see. So... Yeah, so because there's a square... Oh, that's what it's... This is what the tutorial is. So, basically, because it's hard to kind of click on that, I can do this to loop our way around. Yeah, so this is definitely the mobile feature. So it's like, hey, it's kind of hard to, like, click on here, go back here. Yeah, so it just clarifies what's going on here. Okay, a bit of a bummer. We can't get the kill there. I mean, I feel like the easy... Well, I was going to say, the easy solution would just be to let me rotate the camera. That's not the easy solution. I guess I guess to be fair, depending on how you create the world in the engine, maybe. Let's see. So we have disadvantage here. So let's go ahead and hike our way up here and just push you off. Okay, so it looks like if you fall down, it's not like you go straight over and fall. You would just fall on that last tile. Oh, he can only move here anyway. Let me double check this range again. So this is towards the range in the target direction. Okay, so it's 2 squares in front. Okay. I thought there was like 1 row and then it was the 2 in front, but that makes sense. So in case they come at me, I can attack them first. Although I don't think we're going to get to that point. Yeah, I probably should have flipped, but to be fair, I don't know that it would have triggered there. This is a cool effect. It's pretty simple, but I just like the way... Okay. They're stupid. No, but it was just kind of cool that they added that dynamic effect. Like, that's something... So we talked about... I talked about this at the very end of last episode, which is talking about, like, the general art style. I also talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the last episode. We're close to the wheel now. I can sense its presence. Oh, he's trying to say I'm not a cat. Were you about to say smell? Never mind that. Let's not dally here and move on. Yeah, what are these things? The heck is that? Gear collector achieved. So basically what I was talking about is how the game, like, it's clearly a pixel art game, and obviously the style overall of, like, the character designs and all that is, like, paying homage to, like, Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre Reborn, a lot of those older strategy RPGs, Tactics RPGs, JRPGs, all that kind of stuff. But what it does is it kind of elevates it to a more modern level. Obviously, we have a little bit more technology than, you know, 30 years ago. And so we can do things like add different lighting effects, different shadows effects to really liven up the environments, but also all these extra effects on the characters, you know, and their animations are not as boring as some. Like Tactics Ogre Reborn, I love that game to death. I love my playthrough of that one. But the animations are pretty static, you know, they kind of do one thing, and it's not like there's a lot of, like, these aura effects or anything. Some of the, like, the spell effects are cool, but if you were to put these side by side and compare, I don't think that it would be fair to say that Sword of Convallaria isn't better in terms of graphical style. You know, like, all of these have personality, right? Especially Iggy. Iggy, to me, has a lot of personality in his character, as opposed to just standing there with his arms at his side and just, like, you know, doing the Final Fantasy Tactics walk, you know, where they're just very, very straight armed and all that. Which I gotta play that at some time. It's one of those things where I've looked into it a bunch, like, what is the best way to play it at this point? Unfortunately, the releases of Final Fantasy Tactics, there's not a whole lot of. It's literally just, like, I think it's just PlayStation 1 and PSP. So I'd have to emulate it, which I'm not, like, a big fan of. Didn't we just get some equipment? Yeah, we got this. Increases physical attack by 2%. Let's put this on Iggy. And what is this? Private chat? Why is that on the equipment? What? That is the strangest place for that. Are you chatting about a specific item, or does that literally just open up the chat window? That is so strange. And then what do I have here? No wearable gear. Oh, is this like recommended gear? Hang on, I'm gonna equip. Ah, okay, so it's like recommended gear of the gear you have left. Okay, that's kind of cool if you don't really care about it. What kind of skin do you have? Oh, yeah, you have your upgraded skin. I wonder if that's going to change the avatar or just the art here. Okay. Let's continue. Looks like we're going to keep getting more kind of beginner weapons. What do we got here? Let's see. Got a lot of grass types. The thing that I have to be careful about is to not go, man, we have a bunch of grass types. Let me bring my flame sorcerer. That just does nothing. Huh. Now that I think about it, so not only does electricity, again, sorry. Not only does yellow have no weaknesses, that also means that purple has no strengths. What is the balancing logic to that? Huh. You know what I also just I just put together? We had talked about like leveling up characters. Oh, I can bring one more. I suppose I will bring the Flame Sorceress. One thing that I had talked about, because we got the tutorial for common XP. Quickly get rid of them. Yes, sir. Just killing innocents. Way to go, you pricks. Yeah, so see, like, this is an alternate version, because, like, this is supposed to be the prison that we were in, right? Because we saw this, but it's, like, from a different perspective. Even if they're phantoms, it's still terrible. Yeah, like, here's the steps that Raw came down. There's something eerie nearby. Do you feel the call of the Wheel of Fortune? This is the place where everything started. Damn, it's that dizzy feeling again. State your allegiance. Never mind that. Just kill them. Watch out. Yeah, we're here to assist you. Kill them anyway. Forgive me. I shouldn't let my mind wander like that. Don't worry. Just focus on commanding. We'll handle these phantoms. All right. I won't let us lose here. Not when we're close. You know, while we haven't known each other long, we make quite the team. It's like we've always been fighting side by each other's side. The phantoms are pressing in. I'll leave the command to you. Why do I get the feeling that we're in a... Oh, okay. Bye, main character. I get the feeling that we're in like a time loop and we've actually known this girl for a long time. What are you guys doing back there? Go ahead and take them down. Ah, the ground here is on fire. During the battle, pay attention to the special terrain effects. Burning ground will reduce movement and deal scorch effect. And that kind of lends into this, right? I could see him being like, we've done this loop a million times, but we just can't remember. So like he already has this info because he's done this a million times. You worthless trash. Call down the guys upstairs now. Attention. Enemy reinforcements are about to arrive. Okay. Shoot. Now what was it? Oh, about collective XP. So typically in these games, or as far as I have experienced so far, if you have, so like look at Those Who Rule, which we're almost done with the playthrough on the channel, is that you have 14, once you get later in the game, you have 14 army slots. And so typically what's been happening is every time we get more slots open to play with. So we started at around like 8, I think. For a while, we had 12 characters that we could deploy. And now once we started getting like around chapter 14 or 15, it opened up to 14 units. What would happen is before, if you only have access to 10 units, then all of a sudden it opens to 14. Well, you've only been playing with 10 units. So you know, those extra 4 might be under leveled compared to the rest. So typically what was happening is that most of the time where we had a squad expansion, there would be units that we could recruit and they would come in at the level you need. So the game is kind of giving you the characters you need to fill in those open slots. And so here it's a little bit different where, because we can only, it looks like, you know, it's smaller squads, like 4 to 5 units, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics. Instead, like, you don't have to worry about grinding the other units in your squad up. You can just use that common XP to get them up and then level up. So it's kind of like an experience share feature, which is really nice. You know, I think that's going to be very handy. Bye-bye. Wow, that looked like it was going to do a lot of damage, and then it did nothing. So let's do this. Let's have you post up this way. So if they come in, you attack them for a lot of damage. Now, here is interesting, because I can't do anything with this barrel. I wish I could see... What is this icon? Battle Guide. When a character passes through or stays on a burning terrain, they are afflicted with Scorch for a certain number of turns. When walking on each tile, consumes additional movement. There's certain characters with a target mark in certain stages. Defeat them to fulfill victory conditions. Oh, okay. These are all the ones that we've already seen. When a character enters a tile with height difference greater than 2, each step consumes 1 additional movement point. If height difference along path exceeds the character's jump power, they cannot pass through. Okay. So let's, I think, do this. Have we learned yet how many action points come back at the beginning of a turn? I don't know that I've been explicitly told that yet. To be fair, I don't think a battle has lasted long enough for that to actually matter. Oh, that's a bummer. I can't attack this barrel. And that doesn't even hit, so I actually... Oh, I have to come here to attack him. That makes sense. So coming here is kind of a risk because there's this barrel. I think I'm going to come here. Oh, there's a cooldown here, so I can't do that anyway. Oh, why did that do... Why did that do more damage? So are you going to come into range? So one thing I'm still trying to figure out here. Okay, so that's how I need to do it. Got it. Okay, I was trying to figure out before. So again, this is one of those things where I talked about it last time, that there were going to be things that were slightly awkward than what I'm used to seeing, simply because we're playing a mobile game that is available on PC. So something like that, right, is because they need to limit, like, what you're clicking on screen, because obviously if I have this move menu up, I don't want to, like, accidentally click on a unit to view its details, but then accidentally move nearby, which is not what I intended to do. So instead, they make it so that you have to click this button to open, and then from here, it kind of deactivates the move window so that now I can kind of move around the screen and look at all the characters and see what they can do. Now, one thing I'm also going to have to keep in mind and not have it screw up my head is right now, so the game is not intentionally doing this, but what I can see happening is that the game is kind of giving me the muscle memory because there are so few enemies. It's providing me, or it's building up muscle memory. When I go for an attack, it automatically targets the unit that is in my range. And so what it's doing is building up the muscle memory to just like double click, just attack and then confirm, as opposed to double checking that my target is correct. So I can foresee situations where I move into a situation where I have multiple targets and I attack the wrong one because I click too fast. So I'm gonna have to be aware of that. Is this? Meow. The strange figure. So it wasn't my imagination. What's this? Calamity! It's hostile. Fall back. Oh god, it's like a bulldozer. Level up! And I'm not too concerned about spending a bunch of that XP to get these guys up, because they're going to be leveling up over time anyway. Nice, we got a new rod. (07). Let's get these rewards. Dueling dagger. All right, let's take a look here. So I'm assuming this is going to be better. It's going to be a lot better. When attacked from the front or side, physical defense increases by 5%. Well, that sounds like a tanky thing. So let's go ahead and equip that here. Yeah, I didn't want to do. Yeah, the fact that this can switch. Well, we already saw, like with Mytha, that she does have an actual skin. So again, it doesn't show if there's a difference down here. So I'm guessing that getting this ascended skin is not going to change this. But maybe they're just like like this is an event exclusive one that lets you update her skin. And then what was the other thing that was here? Increases magic defense. It increases her HP, and if she's kind of our tank unit, it does give physical attack too. This is going to be the weird thing about the game, is that like something that's like a sorcerer's hat does not necessarily need to go on a magic-based class. And so we're going to put the other sword here. (3-1) to get to the last one. Okay. Okay, we have 0-7, which is going to give us keys. Oh, man. You know, I just realized we're going to have to, like, power through story. Because our keys go away after a while. It's like after 2 weeks. Yeah, so we're gonna have to use those up. Defeat the Calamity spawn. The lost Mytha is defeated. Okay, so is the Calamity going after her? What's going on here? We got some fire units. We got some grass units. We got a big old grass unit. We don't have her healer anymore, though, so I feel like we should maybe bring Angel in. So let's get rid of the Flame Sorceress. Go away, please. Thank you. To bring in Angel. Meow. I didn't expect to encounter a Calamity at this juncture. Calamity? Is that what this monstrosity is called? They wander in the rift, devouring all the life force around them. Anyway, these monsters are 100 times, no, 1,000 times more dangerous than those phantoms. You could almost say it's over 9,000 times more dangerous. Great. So we have an even harder enemy to worry about. Should we retreat then? If I'm not mistaken, it was also drawn by the Wheel of Fortune. Who knows? Perhaps it's already found it before us. I guess we have no other choice. If we slay it first, the phantoms around it should vanish too. Then let's concentrate our attack. Roar. This Calamity does indeed look hard to deal with. If there's a way. Ignite the ground behind it. Detonate the explosive barrel and ignite the ground behind it. No, it was so close. Leave the rest to me. That's right, Mytha. Knock back the calamity into the flames. That's a lot of health. Okay. Yeah, you knock him back. Okay, let's get some info on what we're going against here. The start of battle gains a physical shield with value equal to 10% of the character's HP, which is 90, which cannot be dispelled while having physical shield gain block. When taking physical attacks from the front or side, have 50% chance to face the attacker and reduce the damage by 20%. When receiving range physical attacks from the front or side, there's 100% chance to trigger block. But this block decreases it by 10%? So is there different types of block? Weird. I don't know why there's two different instances there. Deal 60% damage to all enemies. Oh, so is this 60% coming off of this? So, like, if you're doing physical damage, it's 60% of this 175. If you're doing magic damage, it's 60% of this 122. And then this is your defense of those. And then, of course, you have to take that damage and then probably do math with this. All enemies in a horizontal line of 3 tiles in the target direction, knocking them back. A horizontal line. Oh, okay, I see. Takes physical attacks for other allies within 2 tiles of the character. Okay. And the others are pretty normal here. Let's go ahead and start knocking these down. Get these out of here so that way we can focus on this guy. Damn, the power of the Wheel of Fortune is attracting more phantoms. Before we're surrounded, focus on eliminating that calamity. Okay, well, let's hold him right here as much as we can. Oh, you prick. Let's poke him in the butt. Oh, he swapped spaces. Oh, well, that's fine, because then we can just come over here. Yeah, and get him dead. Oh, what's that? Got a little Tactics Ogre action going on with the random cards. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh. That's a card. Is this gonna give me Raw? Can we bring her back to life? Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I'm an idiot. So does this mean that 6 is the maximum capacity of a team we're going to be able to have access to? That would make sense. You've secured the tarot card Wheel of Fortune. You have really exceeded my expectations, Human. Let's return to Elysium Meow. You're ready for your last step. There's more? There's always more. Okay, we're back in heaven. Meow, follow me. Okay, you weird little cat. Wait, there's no shot. There's no shot. They actually made a pixel butthole. Why? Why? It's just like horse nuts. Why do we have to do... Why did somebody sit there, animate horse nuts? Why did someone sit there and make a pixel butthole? But there's nothing here. On a cat. Let's specify. There's more to it than meets the eye, human. There are transformers out here. Do you remember the wish you told me when you first arrived in Elysium? Yeah, to not see cat butthole. Yes, I wish to reshape the world and fight against fate. Very good. If your desire for the wish is strong enough, the Astarium will open for you. Meow. Open up. Open up. Meow. Maybe if you just rub your butt on it. That'll fix it. The road should be here. Where is it? I'm not sure. How do I realize my wish? Forget it. Think about what you want to do now. I want to save the world from all its misery. But why? Like, who are we? Come on, we could have jumped that. Well, follow me. Look at that. Why is it? Why do we have cat butthole? Of all the things that we could have added detail to. Okay, then. That was completely normal. And so the fool shall traverse the sea of chaos, gathering the taros from within its depths. Each shall strengthen it's not Astarium, it's Astrarium, until it attains power enough to grant wishes. As stated on the Astrarium. The fool is what I got when I woke up in Elysium. The one who, unacquainted with fear through ignorance, sets forth on a voyage without a target in sight, for the heart of exploration should not be forsaken, even blind strides may have their place. Guess that makes sense why it's the fool's journey. The fool has started the journey for wishes, but the taros are dispersed throughout the sea of chaos. But for me, I entrust the world to you. The one who looks around at a loss stands still on the shores of a starry sea. The door to eternity lies ajar. Leap into infinite rebirth, for what is given shall be returned in kind. Then the power of the Wheel of Fortune. It's power necessary for you to return the rift in space and search for your wish. The one who traverses reincarnation is also a captive of destiny, the endless spiral, unpredictable. Choice to alter fate exists, but in a fleeting moment. So we're doing a whole bunch, but I don't exactly know what it's achieving. Okay, so clearly we have a number of these that we need to get. I guess that's maybe just the game's progression system, is just say, hey, this is how close you are to finishing. Finally, I'm exhausted. With this, can the world's tragedies be changed? You're a true fool. I'm just a housekeeper. You'll have to return and figure it out on your own. What? Well, it occurred to me the cat is always seen at the fool's side, but... Hole. I just wanted to stay in Elysium. You have a problem with that? You're not as cute as the one in the painting. Oh, snap. What? Come again? All right, so I suppose we're clicking on Voyage now. Oh, okay. So oh, got it. That's what it is. It's the 3 different versions. The Spiral of Destinies is revealed to you. Search for your wish and make it a reality. Discover new storylines and unlock alternative endings. Prepare your characters of Elysium and venture forth through the Spiral of Destinies and change the future with you. Interesting. So, because this is our main story mode, right? And the way that the Fool's Journey is playing out is it seems like you can kind of change what's going on. So perhaps there are going to be things that happen in the story that then like proc like, hey, this is a situation that you might want to alter. So then you come to the Fool's Journey, kind of progress until you kind of are synced up. Maybe, because I'm trying to think of a mechanic, because again, speaking of the mechanics of how this works, right? So in the Fool's Journey, you have to spend your daily energy to progress. Whereas Spiral of Destinies, you just, as far as I understand, you just need a key to unlock up to a certain progression point. And so that to me screams, you know, like play the Fool's Journey or vice versa. You play Spiral of Destinies up until a certain point and then you switch over to the Fool's Journey. So that to me kind of screams like, let's have some kind of mechanic that incentivizes you to switch between the two and to kind of interact with both systems. You can return to Iria from Elysium by crossing the Spiral of Destinies. Elysium is available to come back at any time. Key of Destinies need to enter. You can enter more than once to experience different stories and endings. And then there's also different stories and endings. So I'm assuming that we're going to be able to potentially change the fate of characters or maybe events. You can select beacons and companions when you start the spiral. The beacon determines the various initial states of the spiral. So this kind of sounds like the kind of the story structure of, well, basically anything that is branching storylines. Again, my depth of knowledge on certain games in the genre is not super vast, but kind of like Tactics Over Reborn, how you have different timelines that you can follow. Kind of feels like that. We have the Astral Path. What in the frick is this? Gain an additional augment slot when starting a new cycle. What the frick is this? Okay. Voyage map. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be kind of like the different timelines, I guess, that we can do. Okay, so I don't know what those are necessarily yet. Update log. Okay, well that's just literally updates. Okay. This game portrays the harsh realities of war and unpredictable... Oh, shut up, it's a game. It's a game. Let me play. Starting with a new will consume. Would you like to start now? It will prioritize consuming keys with fewer days remaining. Oh, okay. So some got it. Okay. So we can. One thing I was worried about was that, like, as I start unlocking. So let's say I get to day 10, right? And then I get a key. I was worried that all the keys that you get within like a 2-week period would have a set expiration date. So it's kind of like, let's say your grocery store gets in two individual gallons of milk. Both have an expiration date of, let's say April 30th, right? It's currently April 1st. I know that's not realistic. Just follow me here, right? You go and you buy 1 gallon of milk on the 10th. That other gallon of milk is still in the grocery store. You go back to the store on the 29th and you buy that gallon of milk. Both gallon of milks at your house have an expiration date of April 30th, even though you bought them at 2 separate times. I was thinking that that might be the same thing with the keys, where if you get a key on day 10 of this 11 days, it would expire in 1 day. But it seems like the keys themselves have an expiration date. So if I get a key tomorrow, it will have a different expiration date than the keys that I get today. That is good to know. So basically you have like a 2-week period once you receive a key to use it. That's totally fine. But you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to hold off. We're going to hold off on starting. I just looked at how long the video is. We're currently at about an hour, and I have a feeling jumping into this is probably going to extend the time quite a bit. So I think this is a perfect time to hold off. We will jump into the story in the next episode. Let's head back. How do I get back to our hub world? Like that. Perfect. Because I knew I had this thing down here. Cross the Terminator line. Okay, so we got a bunch. Oh man, we got a bunch here. Spiral of Destinies and Elysium. So is this even something? Oh, okay, so this is new, like DLC stuff, so we don't need to do that. Spring Embrace. We can claim everything we need to. Material for gear breakthroughs. Sure, I'm sure we'll figure that out at some point. Skip acquisition conditions and immediately unlock the beacon. Reach knowledge level 30 to obtain. Okay, so there's like a different kind of story tree. Get to level 10. Okay, so at least we have 30 free summons here over the course of the game. That's nice. Let's see. Beneath the Vortex. Okay, so there's an event here that maybe we can try. Complete login missions. Okay, so we get a random... Oh, we get a bunch of random items. Don't know what any of this Stardust is. Primordial Power, General Material for Character, Rank, Upgrade, and Gear Breakthrough. Okay, so it looks like... okay, I get that. We have Dust, Common XP, Coins. What are these? Activating certain Iron or Bronze talents. So can characters get multiple talents? We're going to be able to get Fecal. Well, that's nice. That will get another character. Voyager's Conundrum. Cooperate with your guild members. Well, what if I don't have guild members? Okay, so I'm still currently... Oh, geez. Okay, well, I can claim stuff. Oh, so this is all about getting you into the guild system. Okay. Oh my god, there's more? Inspired Destiny's general, a lot of awards were starter quests. Spend 3 weeks in Spiral Destinies, win 5 battles. Okay, so this is just like, just generally progress through Spiral Destinies and you'll eventually get all this stuff. This is just for new players, it seems. Tower Conquest. Holy Jesus. Complete stages 211, The Fool's Journey. Opening. Oh, so this isn't even open yet. That's nothing. Find your login. Holy moly. Okay, so there's a crap ton. What the frick? What do we... Okay, hello, ladies. There are quests here. I can claim these. Very cool. Wish coupon. There's a wish coupon. Consume wish coupons to make wishes. I could have gathered that. I could have figured that out for myself. Make a wish. Oh, I see. Use wishes and there's a chance that you get this stuff. Round 1 of 2. So I guess this is just... Oh, this is just where I do it. Yeah, that's rigged. That's rigged. You were on this. Grants a huge amount of bond XP. And then the next one costs 2. That's convenient. So I have to consume... Oh, that's okay. We'll consume that. Well, that's a lot of stuff there. That is a whole lot of stuff. As is in, you know, typical gacha fashion, they just throw rewards at you. Don't expect this to stay like this for some time. This is how it always goes, is they just throw a crazy amount of rewards at you at the beginning to get you hooked on all this dopamine. Okay, so we're level 3. So now we get these common XP awards. And then lastly, we have some progression here. We claim all of these. The promise points because we need more currencies. Get a level up here. We can collect his biscuits. Bronze Seeker Medal. Common upgrade material for Seekers. Oh, right. So, we saw that in order to get ranks up on characters... Right, so if we come in here, rank here, this is going to cost some of these as well as coins. So we can upgrade her to get additional stats, and we can also do so to get different skills and kind of build out. So it looks like there's guard and survival. So maybe those are the different trees. Yeah, so it looks like she kind of has 2 different trees, like a guard tree and a survival tree. So we'll kind of play with that next time. Start ranking characters up. Figure out what we want to do. And of course, we'll start the story. And we will go from there. But that seems as good a time as any to hang up our cape. Excuse me, sorry, have a little bit of hiccups there. But guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and playing some more Sword of Convallaria. If you guys are enjoying, would you kindly smash that like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more tactics and strategy RPG action. Guys, I've been Ganyonz. This has been Sword of Convallaria, and I'll see you all in the next one.